Hello everyone, welcome back to Battlegrounds Invitational Tournament 2017. Today we're going to be watching squad games play, unlike the other video where we watch the duos play.
Actually, they're finding these kills. Ninja still going to be doing the damage, and Molman just gets caught by the blue zone. They're running into this one. It looks like Luminosity are going to hold their ground as long as they can.
Now they're going to have to run though because the blue's on the back. But I tell you what, it's Ninja who's spraying people down. Make that 5. Knocks out. That's going to be Ollie going down. Lays on the floor. He's going for this. Gets the kill as well. Make that 6.
Probably won't end on this side of things if you look at the percentage of it being there for now. But that's all said and done. Now, something that's actually quite interesting that I like, that I hope we see here from Oshi7, Julia, Serenity.
He's rotated completely away from them.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is that if you're looting around the apartments here in the military island, it's very easy to know where you've been and where you've not been, and it's easier for other teams to see that because you leave doors open, or at least most teams do. Even if you have some sort of, close the door system after you, you'll generally be able to leave a trace, so they can see roughly where you're at. So it's a really nice thing to keep tabs on that. Maybe put on down near the silos, being that scout almost. But I want to see if we see those kind of defined roles here. I want to see if we see snipers coming through. I want to see if we see maybe more aggressive close quarter players. People like that. We see a lot of kind of support players coming in already, and defining themselves as that. I'm not going to be the one getting the mad frags here, but I'll happily play my role. So let's have a little look how they're approaching this. So we have Liquid quite split up again. They've gone for the kind of 2 players towards one area, 2 towards another, and maybe going to crunch together at the end. Maybe one team going to go for the longer looting approach. So essentially you take your time, go through the Gatka south side houses, work your way back up. And I've got to say, for me, Liquid are probably the team that, I wouldn't say have the most pressure, but have a lot to bring to the plate here because they've done the boot camp, they have great individual players, they've been proving that they're all very, very diligent. Well, he's been a little quiet for my taste. I think we could see more from him. But again, Cloud9 staying as a collective, 4 players here, moving their way through Pachinki, heading out towards the farming side. You've got a couple of these long buildings that they can go through. Also, they can go to the plateau. They've got great loot here, actually. Borg already got the suppressed Scar there. Looks like it's well set. Level 2'd up. He's looking pretty nice at this point. Well into the circle, too. And we've got some people going for the crates. A little bit of a flip and a flop, but we know the Darcy is pretty strong.
They'll turn up indeed. We'll see what they get out of this crate. It could be a nice little care package for them. We'll find out in just a sec. One person's going to jump out. In fact, both of them will be jumping out, so they're both going to go for it. We've got an 8 times. We've got an M24. We've got plenty of ammo, tactical stock as well, backpack med kit, and knocked out from falling. So Killer Kapowski.
But you can get revived.
Yes, she can do, but it looks like she may have just dived out of the car a little bit too quickly
there. It could be a bike, it could be a car. But the thing I would say, as well for me, I actually prefer the M24 to the AWM. Now, I know that's going to be a ridiculous statement to some people because obviously the AWM does a lot of damage, but 7.6, right? You can pick it up, you can start running the AK, full auto, well kitted. By the time you're looking at crates anyway, at least normally you're pretty well geared. There's even more. And these boys spotted someone out early.
I think Dingus Khan's definitely coppering that.
These two onto this, okay, this is a big battle. You can see Chappie now getting up close and personal. He's trying to move up towards the fern trees, and he's got great cover as well. His teammates have got his back. Already going to take down Dingus Khan, but the revives are coming in, the meds are coming out, and now they need to move up as a collective, punish them while they've got that teammate knocked down. There's still players split up here.
That was fantastic work from Chappie because it was actually Dingus Khan who did have the drop on him, so he's definitely heard it. Turned on a pinhead, managed to take him down, answers back. Now Dingus Khan still, he's crouching forward. He at least is behind that tree, so he can try and stay alive for a little bit longer. But what do you do here? Do you take the fight or do you wait this one out?
They have to.
There's not... I mean, when you look at this one, Dingus Khan's in a... He should, in theory. I don't know how they're going to get him up from there unless they manage to take him out. Chappie's still tanked up there from that initial engagement. The grenades are coming in. They're forcing them back, but... Are they going to... No, they're going to back off from this one. They're just going to leave them be and
They
move
can
away.
flank to the hill, right? Because that's probably the end goal for them. They can get the high ground and they've got them pinned here. Or they fall back away, and you can see Yunru doing some great work. He's been able to get some damage down. Good shots being put back, so it's not like a clean escape, but they could fall to the hill, they could fall to cover, and basically let themselves in. They're not in a rush, and again, there's no real escape from this either for the other team, for Evermore and the boys. There's nowhere to run to where they can't be seen. They can run up the hill and get a little bit of cover. There is enough there for the terrain to work. But for now, look at, Solid FPS has got a really keen spot here, actually. If you look at Solid FPS, if we can get a little glimpse, he's going to be spotting up above the little hut there. Really nice work. But these guys, trying to work out where they are. So they're still in Georgia Pole, but I think they're going to have a couple of fights coming through here. They're eyeing up where the vehicles are because they need to start moving. Going to get themselves a buggy, maybe having to be called back to position, but at least they know there's one there for the escape. Cloud9 are on the run. They are going to go towards the hill. They're going to get themselves out of there, put down the wall of smoke.
That's incredible.
And it's nice disengage from Cloud9. They don't want to get caught up early. They know what's on the line here, lots of money, so...
Left himself open as he does go down. We'll see Molman as well knocking one player. Not entirely sure which that was. I didn't quite catch it. But That looks like it's going to be
This
Wan,
is
so
nice
Wan's
from
dead.
Skoom. He's holding a different angle, so basically there's no safety to run back to here without one of the Liquid guys being able to see one of the opposing sides. It's beautiful play. It's very smart. He doesn't want to overextend, though. You can see these guys trying to recollect themselves, try and get over the hill lip, try and get over to the other edge, dodging and weaving as best he can. But oh, the pan actually takes one of those shots for him. Really nicely done from the pan there. MVP of the game. But for now, they do manage to find a little bit of cover as they do make it away to the other side of the ridge.
I don't think he knows where he is because he's still staying on that ridge and still jumping. If he knew he was to his left-hand side, he'd obviously move right and go further down the hill, but clearly they don't have the information, so one of their players will drop. Speaking of players dropping, unfortunately C9 still huddled up here in the shack, 2 members alive. Another team also, that's going to be Yoonroot's team, 4 Entro. They're still going to be in the shack now chilling because they have just lost one also. But again, people just kind of boxing themselves in, Pansy, getting in a bit of a dugout situation so they can just kind of hold this one because it's a very wide circle right now. This thing could really go anywhere and completely flip the game on its head.
I actually really like the way the extremity's being played out here by Serenity, Oshi7, the Luminosity guys. Drassel and Chipty have got a really nice idea to it. I'm not sure if Ninja's still there. I can't see him. Obviously, the UI covers some of it.
They've just got themselves a package as well. Look at that drop.
Look, if you guys heard Andy and Forzen singing yesterday, you know that you don't go for drops all the time. All right, there's people watching that. Even though you sit there going, I can make it.
As we kind of saw from Noble on day number 1.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to be a little cautious on it. You don't need to necessarily go for these things every single time. They're a great adjustment, a great addition if you're dying for gear, but sometimes it's best to use it as bait. Sometimes it's best to hold your ground and just stay as you are and then kind of linchpin and pivot off the point.
Which kind of, when you looked at where Oshi7 was, for example, maybe if they step out, Luminosity, they're going to put themselves in the firing range. You know, they'll be able to see where they are, bear down on them. You can see it. It's right in front of them. We'll now see what Luminosity does. It's time to go. They're getting in the UAS and they're moving as a force. So look for them to enter the fight within the next few minutes.
Guys.
That is dead center.
So this will be fun. So basically the most fight, at least in my eyes, will be the southwestern side as everyone kind of crunches in. For me, it's who's close enough to the circle already and has a bit of cover. So we've got Cloud9 in a good spot, Liquid as well. Killer Kapowski and the guys over there, good position, but Noble are going right past Cloud9. This could be a huge showdown if they actually take the engagement. AWM's on board, but everyone's so terrified to take these fights as we speak. Hodded still in this one, Forza, and of course Andy with them as well. You're still in good position, but here come the shots, here comes the fire. Cloud9 huddling in together. You can see all the cars going past. They should start taking these engagements at some point, but then again, they are in the safe zone, so it's Liquid unleashing as we speak. Noble are in trouble. A couple of shots come through, a couple of knockouts come in. They're going to be having to operate with less than the ideal. There's the explosion as well. Ollie managed to take down Adaculus there, and now it looks like Noble are really struggling. Good work coming in, and now Forzen joins in, also giving away. They know there's another team here now. The more you see chiming in with these kills, the more you see Forzen doing that, you can work out where the other team are and how it's going to work out for you in the late game.
Rather unfortunate there. Noble drove up and just got completely annihilated and eliminated from the server. You saw 2 vehicles blowing up, 2 members going down, several of them getting knocked out. Liquid just washing players the way as they drive on by, and all of a sudden it's TSM's time. They are now turning up to the fight, but where they're going to go downstairs. This is a dangerous one because if anyone's down here waiting for them,
gassy Mexicans here.
Dear, they can get funneled.
This could be huge, and you're going to hear these footsteps. You can see them third-personing, and it's a smart plan, but there's still so many angles. It's so dangerous to do this late game. I actually really don't like them going for this. Curvy Llama, you can see she's well aware of this being a possibility.
They're watching these tunnels and like, okay, I don't think this is the best option. We will abort mission. They're going to jump in the UAZs and dive away. So that'll at least, I think there's 2 vehicles between. Oh, is he being knocked out somewhere? Surely he's in the cars with them.
Well, we found Viz at least. He's just got absolutely hammered. So that's a bit of a revenge frag as well. They weren't able to kill the entirety of the Noble side. So there's the avenging moment. Boom's still considering what to do. He's over by the underground tunnels. This is Interrogate right here, and there's so many people around this area. Ollie as well managed to knock out Andy. That's a huge head to claim here.
All he needs to do is stay alive, though. Liquid Ollie will knock out Andy, as you did mention, K98 there, so we'll see another engagement going on. But the Noble guys, they've only got 1 player remaining, so they need to stay alive to grab those points, to get up into the top of that leaderboard if they want to stand any chance of being inside the money. All he now needs to do is get down and pray. Be a very sneaky beaver, approach these fights, don't tech them, just let people engage themselves, and then eventually turn up late game.
And even with Andy being knocked out there, the point is that if you hold buildings and you hold this, you're very likely to get revives in. So essentially that's the main game plan. You split 2-2, so you can't get overwhelmed in one, you don't get naded out or pinned out, but you always have a revive function there. Now, there's so many people alive because people are terrified. There's a lot of money on the line, of course, so people are not going to be rushing this. And we do see two teams very close by. The spray comes in, smack. You're hoping it was break with the spray with the Scar with that, but he does get a good connection, but also gives away his position. And there's so many players nearby. Very hard to play with those deflays and all that cover nearby, but you can see the push coming in down below. Anyone who tries to walk down there is getting absolutely hammered. It's a bit of a tunnel of doom as we speak.
One shot girl trying to tank some players up on the hill there. She will have the can anti and a decent scope at least. Still going for these. One will lean the shot. You can see the bullets pinging off the floor. So those guys up there, they're in a really, really bad spot because there's nowhere else to go. Spygia takes out Evermore. Yunru also will fall, but that's going to be Shaka's POV we're on at the moment. Boom! See you later, my friend. He is eliminated. Down he goes with the grenade. In the meantime, we hop on board with the Mythic guys. There's just fights kicking off all over the place, and this is because of this circle. It's just forcing everybody in from the circle. There's no real advantage to where people are.
So Andy hotted. All of these guys should be winning these fights. They have the full cover. Everyone else is moving towards them. You can see the panic, the fear. Everyone's prone down, trying to find a bit of cover, a bit of something to work with. There's almost nothing here. They're trying to get the revives in, but they need someone to make a distraction play, keep them busy so they can't push, so they can't nade. And that's what Yamaton is doing right now. Nading up and over, going to keep them busy as much as he can. Smoke, nades, doesn't matter. Give them a couple of seconds. We know the fire comes in from the back lines. They are struggling severely here. There's no respite. There's no one stopping. Evermore is destroying the opponents as we speak. This guy gets the revives in. They're back up now, and these guys are in a decent spot, but the circle is far away. This will push out this side of the circle. We're down to 58 here. These battles are not over.
3 of them fall in consecutive reason. And now the circle's moved once again. Only 3 teams are there, but plenty of people are turning up to fight. And there is red dots all over the place. Andy Pyro, SKS in hand, just checking outside. Let's see what he does. He's going to get pre-stimmed up and pre-healed. Unfortunately,
no helmet on Hotted.
Yeah, I was just about to say, someone's dinked him at least. So he's clearly seen someone's died there. Managed to at least get a level 1. It's better than nothing. It's not the best of things. Finds himself, whether or not this is his... In fact, no, because obviously he's killed someone there. So he's turned up to this compound late game. There's a car packed. His teammates in there as well. And they've got a bit of a decent position for now, but I tell you what, they have such a long way to go.
Yeah, a teammate might just screw him over to just take out the tires right about now just to be a nuisance, or they can go for the shots. They might as well. Oh, they're taking too long on this. That's a disaster for Fosun and the boys. Big spray down comes in as Dingus can't define the shot towards Andy, and they were just segregated. They weren't getting a lovely connection from Evermore. And at the moment, there's a huge battle here. They need these cars, but they also want to take down the opponents. How do you play this one out? They do get the final kill. They give down Andy. The big heavy hitter is now out from this team.
Previous winner yesterday, he is gone. Rather unfortunate for him. Some great shots cracking off here from Evermore with the Can 98. 3 of them, though, now. They are just pinned in. Evermore and the boys for intro. They know that they need to move. So that's exactly what they're going to do. But they're going to run perpendicular just to see if anyone else wants to take another pop. If not, probably dive inside that car and just get a wriggle on. Zweback, level 3 helmet, but not the best of guns. SK-12 in his back pocket and an Uzi. Not really much you can do with that one long term, but level 3 vest, level 3 bag, level 2 helmet here for a Dren, and he definitely knows someone's here. In fact, you can just see them now on the horizon. 1, 2, 3 players.
He's also got a car 98. I'm not sure what scope he's got on it, but he could take this. Once his teammates get with him into position, you can see they're just below. They can engage once they sit still. Takes his time on the shot, needs the headshot as well. He gets it. Signed, sealed, delivered. A Dren once more as well. Eyeing up the rest. He can't get the give, of course. He can do another tag. He needs his teammates there, and they do it. That's good work from them. And this is what I like to see. Good coordination, good timing on the engagements, still being aware of their backs as well. This is what I expect from these guys. Hayes as well, finding Moondie. There's a lot of action going down. WTCN still in this too as well. So much action across the map here.
Mythic just laying down the law. Several players falling. We'll see a Grozer in play as well. That's going to be Anger taking one out. Interrogate also claims one himself. One shot girl just creeping around. Still inside the circle. Some great shots here from MPR, making sure they're trying not to get away with that car. Flom takes out one as well. Tobias will go down with the AKM, and he's just tagging him up, tanking him away. Hayes knocks out one. Chappie knocks out one.
Cloud9 are in trouble.
Oh, Cloud9. They got one player. No, I think they're going to be gone, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think that's the end of Cloud9's life in this competition right now.
Look how many people are alive, and look at this circle. Can we just show the map for one quick second? I know you want to see the action, but you need to see what we're going into. Look at this. It's ridiculous. There's so many fights all over the place. Let's dive in on one of the battles going down right now. The eastern side is being pinched in. Oshi and the team are in real trouble here. You can see Sequisha's been knocked out. Or been killed, should I say. They're having to move into preset teams. Julia dying out of the play zone. That's Thankfully, Yoshi7 just about making it to the tree. He's going to try and do the Rambo effort here, all on his lonesome, but there's so many eyes looking towards him.
Look at all
So
the
many
grenades.
nades. And yeah, Scoom's going to find Yoshi7. It's looking like that one is all done and dusted. Good position here coming out from those guys, WCTN and the Bosphorus boys.
It just shows and goes to show how wild this is, because every time you see one team shooting at another, it's another team that comes in and cleans up the kills. Every single time you'll just see a little bit of an engagement, someone else jumps in the fight. We see Interrogate finally killing one player that's going to be dying outside the circle. Umroot and Evermore just laying ever so steady, but they do have the bike if they need to get away. Vixter also finally falls. That's going to be Interrogate's kill.
Only one team is now in the circle safely, and that's TSM. Everyone else will have to go there eventually. Adrenalex and Flom still need to traverse their way in there, but they've spread out a player just behind the tree, and they need to get past it. But shots coming in from left, right, and center make them wonder who else is watching this. Where else can I go? Nade to hand, and they're waiting to drop this one.
Ninja takes out one with an AWM. That's going to be... Will that grenade hit? Oh, did it just go in just so short? Tags
a
in,
big
though.
shot.
That's a nice answer back.
With the level 3 vest, that's going to be the AWM or something pretty heavy coming through. If that's going to be landing like that, I'm not sure who's landing those shots on him. It's pretty darn far away, whoever that may be.
It'll be
so
Ninja, because Ninja does have the AWM in hand.
it might be, because his helmet was already damaged, so if he took a shot to the head, that would have broken and probably knocked him. So I can only think it was that at that sort of damage range. However, that aside, let's jump in on who we have left here. One shot girl tries to get into cover, tries to find a bit of respite.
Close the door.
Doesn't shut the door behind. Maybe born in a barn, who knows? But holding on to this position
It's like,
for dear life.
Please shut the door on me. Leave me alone. Ninja knocks out WTCN with the AWM, so he's gone down there. Cross comes in, unfortunately takes out one for them. 2 kills now coming in for
the blue,
Adren.
you got to run.
They've got to move because it's going to start to do that ticking damage, but he is double stimmed up at least. And look at the Dacia, dead people. It just pulls
Got
up.
away,
That might have
get
just
running.
been the savior of the game, annihilating that team so they can just drag his dead body out and take away with the car.
Yeah, it is, but you're going to make a hell of a lot of noise. You know, it's a big welcome to the party here. Mythra is now going to make a run for it, but he's in the open, in trouble. He's going to try and dodge and weave and try and do what he can, but it looks like Lex and the guys are taking a bit of a second to heal up and then get into the battle. Hope that everyone else does the damage for them. This is a huge fight. Stat's been found. Oh, the car just about misses Mumino. He stays alive, but now the crunch happens. Everyone's getting together. Luminosity find a bit of cover in towards that huge hangar. Lucy Mays just roll up towards it. That's going to be another battle going down. Nice bit of cover here towards this side of things in the south. But yeah, everyone's getting knocked out by the play zone. This is going to start hurting. All the Mythic guys have now fallen to trouble. Gypsy gets found by the M24. Scoom delivers that to the brain. He's going to be crawling away, tail between legs. Not much more to be said about him unless a revive can come out from Ninja. He has to be an MVP here again.
Luminosity doing some work. Can he get this player up? He's checking every single corner because this is such a dangerous position to be in. He needs to get these players up. There is another one on the opposing side. So that could be Luminosity with 4 players up should they get the revives. But now it's all onto Liquid. They need to move in. They're moving up.
Scoom's got an is that an 8? No, M24, excuse me. So yeah, he's going to be a big heavy hitter as well. Player you're certainly looking at. Ollie.
Grabs himself one as well. 17 remaining on the map. We'll just see Ollie trying to get this guy round the corner of the tree. He knows he's there. He's going to get some sprays off. M4 in hand, silencer to hand as well. Nice ACOG scope, level 3 helmet, level 2 vest. Ninja takes Forzen also, so he has got his teammates up. Luminosity playing an amazing game so far.
But Liquid's positioning is going to be able to catch him on the cross, so it will be Ninja having to dig him out of that position or hope that someone else engages them on their way towards that kind of slow side of the circle, towards the southwest western side. Yeah, good tag from Scoom, but tags are not enough at this point. 16 alive, that's still a lot of teams up. So again, Liquid, I like the position. They're playing really well as a collective. They've got great loot on this one. Break is being an absolute git. This is what I mean. This is why I asked where Break was. He's been playing the circle the whole time. It means that his team is getting an incredibly higher ranking than it should have been. That is him just playing the game, isn't it? Fair play to the guy. If he can do it, why not? But right now, Luminosity up against Liquid is the big battle here. A little bit of cover left in the open, but actually they're finding these kills. Ninja still going to be doing the damage, and Molman just gets caught by the blue zone. They're running into this one. It looks like Luminosity are going to hold their ground as long as they can.
Now they're going to have to run, though, because the blue's on the back. But I tell you what, it's Ninja who's spraying people down. Make that 5. Knocks out. That's going to be Ollie going down. Lays on the floor. He's going for this. Gets the kill as well. Make that 6. Amazing work from Luminosity there. All 4 players still remain. They're spreading out, and look at the players that are just dying all across the blue zones, doing its damage. 8 alive and LG. They have all 4. Make that. So it's a 4-on-3 right now.
Yeah, we're going to see the positioning that Ninja takes. He can go solo on this one. He kind of wants to play by himself almost in a way. Let the other 3 players they are. He can kind of be the split-up factor. But I wonder if they're going to realize, is Break still alive? That's what I'm curious about as well here. Has he played the system that much? Has he proven another point here? We'll find out in a second. It's close quarter combat time. As now Ninja's looking for more. This guy's hungry for the kills just over this ridge. There could be players by the tree. We're hearing the shots come off. Mumino's taking down APR. They're all prone in the grass. You can see Ninja now eyeing up the shot. And back and forth we go, waiting this one out is Mumino, sprays in, he does take down Ninja, getting too hungry, want to do it all himself, but surely this can't be the superhero effort from Mumino. No, it's not, he goes down, second position for him, but overall, Luminosity putting up a great performance.
LGG, they claim their first victory.
Yes, I am here with Ninja and Chipsy from LG, who just won our very first game of squads. Now, the couple of days leading up to this game right now, a couple of your members, I remember specifically you, Ninja, actually got really close to breaking into the top, like the important top numbers of the game, but just barely weren't able to make it, weren't able to medal in this event. How big of disappointments were that? And did you expect to have your greatest performance in the squad's performance?
Could you ask the first part of that question again? I got the second one, but
how disappointed were you with your with just being so short from the previous days?
yeah, I mean, it doesn't get any worse than literally falling right out of the prize and the money. Like, we got fourth, but we didn't get a medal. And then yesterday, Tuesday, I got fifth, and we didn't get money. And I mean, we were just sad. We like pretty much just moped around all night, but we knew that squads coming into this, we were super confident. We knew that this is what we were honestly practiced the most for. I mean, we come from H1Z1, which is another Battle Royale game, and we just got the experience. So it feels great to win the squads, the first game of the squads, and we just got to keep doing it.
All right, now you're saying that you're definitely most comfortable in squads. This game in particular, though, did it kind of go according to plan that you had from the very start, or were there just tons of curveballs thrown at you? Like, walk me through how this game worked out for you guys, as far as you and your mental space and everything going according to plan.
The game definitely didn't go the way we wanted. We used the regular strat that we've been using all days, but this time it didn't go the way we wanted. So it ended up with us having to move through something that we decided we wasn't going to do in practice, but we had to do it anyways. And
what was that, if you don't mind sharing?
That was edging the gas. We ended up losing our car and we had to edge, which in practice we didn't want to do. But in here, like in this situation, we had to do it, but through good communication and good shots, everything, we managed to pull through.
Yeah, we literally played it as perfectly as you can. The only way to correctly play the edge is to make sure that, like, you're gonna have to eat some blue damage a little bit and shoot players as they're rotating. But like, not everyone can stand still. People have to continue to move, and then when they stand still to shoot, one of our guys has to shoot. And like, you just and that's how we played it. We were picking off the guys, like 2 or 3 people coming out of the gas to our back left, and then our back right, and then one guy, you know, prone, and then another guy like coming out of the gas even further. Like, and that's the only way to survive edging is to just laser everyone, and we killed so many people at the end.
How likely do you feel like you're going to be able to repeat this performance in the next games coming up?
I mean, very likely. The issues that we ran into yesterday, I mean, Drassel and Chipsy are Drassel and JP are 2 other teammates. They're like slayers. They have the best shots in the game. In my opinion, they're very good. And yesterday when they were doing the 2 days, they're not shot callers, right? They listen very well, and their shots are, like I said, are amazing. So when Chipsy and I knew that, like, we just need to keep communicating, and they just need to, I mean, squads is the least random because you have the most eyes, most communication, teamwork, man. And that's why, I mean, yeah, we got this, dude.
All right, well, congratulations and good luck for the upcoming games. We can do this now. Gonna go to another quick break before we go into game number 2. Don't go anywhere, it's still anyone's game at this point.
Players who drop down the main island are going to go for the more extremity plays, which are nice. Let's keep eyes on exactly what's happening on that island. Luminosity already boots on the ground. They're down very quickly. There's a lot of looting to be done here as well. There's a lot of the guard towers you can dip into that will give you that military loot. But we're going to see the split here. So we've got a couple of teams still. Wait, is Moondai with the other team? Or is it? No, I think he's
No,
okay.
he's in the
He's
right.
okay.
Yeah, he's with
All
his
right,
team.
that's
So we
fine.
got one at towers, one over the
One at
apartments.
industrial.
We got one on the building
Kind of
side.
offices, yeah.
Offices, and then you got the back garage access as well. We got OG7 and Serenity. They're over on the
Where's
factory.
Sequisha? Oh, he's at ATC.
He's going to ATV and then back to the bunkers. But LG are on the back foot as well, so they'll be coming in. But I mean, with LG, it all kind of goes where the circle goes. You don't really want to be approaching military because you know you've got teams in there. They'll have seen them come down, and as you can see already, we're seeing level 2s, we're seeing level 3s. Hell, this is all what Millie is.
I actually like this area for looting, going through the garages. One, because people kind of still ignore it to a degree, and you can actually pick up guns very quickly. You can dip out the back. It's actually a very easy route because you get, what, level 3 vests, you get level 2 vests. You get enough to survive and generally take a fight. It's very rare that you can get that. Now we've got the Novo team on the side here as well. They're not actually in Novo yet. They're the aerial tower. Someone's giving out more than a USB here in the background. Hopefully you guys at home can't hear it as much as we do. That is damn loud. Yeah, 2 USBs for 1. Sweet Jesus.
Anyway,
I want to
we
gouge
got
my
one
ears
at
out.
high radio tower, low radio tower. No one over at Novo. We got some guys over at Milta. And then all the way in Lepovka, we got a team there. We got Hayes out on his own. No Man's Land, which is a little bit weird, but Ollie's there with a vehicle as well. Panda Boys, they may have got some information that someone else is here. They're still looting. You've got Obang out by those 3 garages, kind of what you were saying earlier on, Lauren. There's always some really good gear there. UMP, SCAR, something or other. Always getting scopes. He's already got himself a level 2, level 3 back, level 1 helmet. We got a shotgun and AKM. We'll go and try and have a look through some of these POVs.
Oh.
It's going to be
a
TSM.
buggy. Okay, fair enough. I was like, why do I just hear a buggy in them? But there it is. It's TSM going on the...
Splitting up.
It's more so you can get another car that can have 4 players in it. AMPR's like, please break. Why are you leaving me like this? Break, come back for me.
Why you do this? It's so cruel. Look at it.
What?
You know what is happening?
I don't understand why they switch.
That's
players.
a new strat on me, but
Unless
we'll
they're doing,
see what
okay,
happens.
no,
So they are
it might be
splitting.
why. So Break last time played the blue, essentially. He basically just went on a full med mission, went out to Zaki, he plays way back in through the north side of George, but he's not alone doing this time. There's a lot of other players there. He could play wherever he wants to. Let's keep our eyes as well. Keep looking back towards that military aim. Your driving is spot on. That little just thud as he just... That rocks there,
Don't
careful,
run your
mate.
teammate over, please.
Yeah, nice little action slide in.
Handbrake.
It's
Need for
all good.
speed.
Yeah, it's fine.
Can he do it again?
No, he's gone for the safety this time.
So he's going to pick his teammates up and they're going to go and try and pre-loot again because it doesn't look they are very well geared whatsoever. You can see as we look through the observer where exactly teams are laying all across. They're pretty well spread out, and now we'll see the Panda Boys. They're moving in on to Lost Aiming and the rest of his team. Ninja completely miles away from his teammates. Chips is down there as well.
Yeah,
We've got Drassel. They've got a vehicle, I believe. I just said that, so that at least they can come back together. But again, look at the circle plans. They're really in no rush. You know, they can approach military at a later game.
They can also get boats. On
There
the
is that, yeah.
Novo side of things, they can happily get around towards a Milta base. But yeah, the Panda guys should eventually get into a fight with one of these. I'm surprised they haven't spotted each other out just yet, but everyone's staying very, very grouped here. No one wants to take risks.
He was standing still for a second. I was wondering if he actually has the information. He's got himself what looks like an ACOG on that M16. He's on single fire as well, so he could try and tap some of these players. You can see him. He keeps looking. Now Moo's just helping him out as well, so they do have the information. But look, 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them are now on the move here. Sakisha and his team are just getting the hell out of military. It's time to go. The big question is, will these guys
They should be spotted.
They have to. Tavello has to see this. He's behind the apartment.
And he opens his inventory up at a really awkward time. There might have been a chance he saw him get towards the fence.
It's whether or not he's going to go for this angle.
I'm pretty sure this clue's coming out, yeah.
Now he's copped for him, definitely.
Does he chase those? Spots them out now. Does he have a suppressor? No, he's just going to unleash fury with that 4 times. No connections found yet. Nowhere to back to. Back to the wall here. Needs to find a bit of cover so they can't just return fire. But he's going to commit very much out on his own here. They are running from this, though. They're not going to stick around for the fight. No armor on Lost Aiming there. So, again, probably the right choice.
So he's going to move in towards his teammates now. It looks like they have a vehicle on the opposing side. Meanwhile, Yumru is going to be hearing some of these shots going off, so he's trying to get some information from this window. It looks like it's one of those buildings just at the top of the stairs, so you can peek and poke, because you do have, if I'm right, it's a garage, so you can back off into and then get the hell out if needed. Or I could be talking rubbish. It might not be that building whatsoever, but it looks like it with the boxes in the corner. Does he have the information that he needs, though? Oh, welcome to the
Spray.
party though, friends. We'll just see Interrogo opening up on them with the AKM. One of them will advance forward. He's going to get
That
annihilated.
single fire as well. So nicely done.
Tapping away on the burst. He goes down, looking to try and bag another one of his teammates. They're just wiping them out. Noble, they found the party, and they're just laying down hellfire. Interrogo gets tagged up, but that doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, make it 4. See you later. Unfortunately, Stylish Noob and the rest of his players, they are gone. Noble just absolutely did the dirty on them. See if anyone's going to be chilling, waiting for him. He approaches, checking, keeps spinning around. He's laid down. I think we're actually going to get C9's team comp. So we'll hop on board with C9, and we'll see how this one all breaks down.
Right here. Yeah, so I see. Yeah. Whole team.
Okay.
Left half wall.
We're rotating left. We're gonna play the back half wall here.
Everybody needs to be on that half wall north. Don't let them rotate around on us. Solid. If that happens, me and you are dead.
He's
Right?
inside building.
Might be on your half wall. I can't really help you too much.
Yeah, I know. Yup, he's inside the house.
They're now around back.
Dude, I'm fucked.
Rock's tagged.
Okay.
I'm fucked.
I just got naded. I'm down.
One's on your half wall.
Locked. Yup.
Reloading. Good job. Borg, ready to bait me?
Yeah, he's here.
Pushing
Two guys on me.
I got a Sega. Pushing now. Bait. Knocked another.
Last one's rock.
Where's Rock?
Somebody should get
Last
me.
half wall.
Yeah, I'm coming. I go Chappie.
I have no HP.
Okay. No, Sweater should get him. Pork, stay with me.
Okay.
Rotating in.
The rock, right?
I mean, he could rotate half wall at this point. Don't push out too far.
Yeah, of course.
Hold your angles.
I'm gonna BM the guy who's knocked.
Good.
He's inside the house. The guy who's knocked.
Yeah, I just got a kill.
Good
Play a
shit.
second story and heal.
I'm on their half wall now.
I got a kill. Good shit, boys.
I think
And
Nice.
they have it, an absolute team wipe coming out of C9. Lauren, just break me down that a little bit more, because the execution, you could hear Sweater being the IGL there. Time to bait, it's time to go. Working as a unit, it was just annihilation.
Yeah, Chappie's pretty vocal in that too. Actually, the way he was kind of calling the rotates as well and the possibilities. I like the way that they did it of basically having line of sight on certain areas and then kind of knowing where they knocked out one, allowing players to always have each other's covered and their push being held. Because one of the players, I can't remember who it was pushed up so close to that broken wall in front of him. Might have been Solid FPS or Borg. I think it was Solid FPS. And essentially he had 2 to 3 players right in front of him. But you had Sweater on the back lines, everyone else on the back lines, able to watch that push up. And they just categorically worked it out. It was a very smart way of playing here.
I like it how Borg stand his ground, though. You would look at him, and sometimes a player, if you saw 2 people running in front of you, you'd be like, oh crap, I'm gonna get a bit scared and a bit windy. Sometimes you poke out a bit too early. Sometimes you try and run away, which can kind of screw you in the long run. But the man held his ground. He knew he had Sweater beside him. He hit him, said, look, I've got a shotgun. It's time to move. But enough about that one. That fight's been and done. We're moving on here. We're looking at WTC. He sees the Dacia just driving on by. His teammate's going to take some pop shots, which will force them away. They know this compound is now taken. But he's pre-scoping. Here's the UAS. Hello, boys.
Suppressed as well, full auto. Yeah, going to switch onto the single fire, take his time on these shots. Good approach. Gets a tag, I'm pretty sure there, but the car does make it away. He pulls up, they can try and make it on foot here, get some cover, try and find their way through the trees. And on the other side is Alf and the boys just locking this one down. Going to be able to spot a couple of players out. But now actually the problem is for the other team, they're caught in a bit of a pinch. 2 of the players managed to make it to the other side and 2 are up on this hill. So actually, this could be a problem unless they fight their way out and beat one of the 2 sides here. They could be really pinched in between.
Meanwhile, we'll see Cross falling. That's going to be Daz from Noble. Takes him out with a Scar-L. Cross, unfortunately, is eliminated from the server. We're going to see another one as well. He's blown up the vehicle. Like that 3 now. The Noble boys, they're on point this time round. Racking up some very, very early kills. Stack goes down. One shot girl goes down also. And yet again, Noble with the high ground. They are just laying down fire. Every time a team just comes below them, they are kicking ass.
Well, they like this ridge play. They played this last round as well. Now, last time the circle was pretty harsh because it kind of forced everyone through their sort of their vision. which you almost want in a way. You want those fights, but also you don't want to be having like 3 to 4 squads fighting you out. So you can see here, WTCN is in a bit of a predicament. His teammates are being picked off. This is what I mean by the split. The other team were able to get into 2 different spots, and now they can close in and really cause a couple of problems for these guys. But we know these guys are skilled. That's the thing. They've got great individual skill, good aim. We just need to see them fight one of these 2 sides.
Zion is still down from the headshot coming in. You can hear as well above, the plane will be dropping. Be interesting to see if Zweeback just down in the corner does notice that there is a crate in the water. He's clearly got a boat and he's driving on through, whether it's actually still in the water or whether it's actually on top of the bridge. Crate comes down, it's going to land in the hand of Liquid. Should they, in fact, Liquid, they have 2 crates side by side. I mean, still, we are early days. There's not a big amount of people up that neck of woods. It's an option to go and grab them, but look at that. Here's an ollie. They've got 1 to the left and 1 to the right. That could be a golden opportunity to take and really put a stamp on themselves in the middle of the circle.
Now, where is Luminosity right now? Are they still in this? Because I don't see them anywhere.
Gypsy's just
So
coming
Gypsy's
in. They're
moving
going
in.
to
They're
meet
going
Smack,
towards TSM.
Yeah.
This could be a problem. This is going to be a big fight.
We've got a new crate coming in. That's going to be a Groza. Plenty of ammo. 8-time scope as well. I mean, the distance on that thing's disgusting as it is. Why not make it even better? Noble again, though. Looking at the kill feed, they didn't quite catch it, but it looks like Noble are having the game of their life so far. Plenty of kills, plenty of points going on their way. Every team they eliminate it, they'll jump another place in that
They're
leaderboard.
still in the circle. They're again going to be the gatekeepers this time. Liquid out towards the northeast. You've got Xeon on the guys towards the north. Unroot's working his way in. So this is going to be big for them. If they can divide their attention in the right places at the right time, they're going to come up with so many kills, and they don't need to back anywhere. If anything, once that blue moves in, they'll have safety towards that kind of northeast side, so they can then start sweeping through and worry about the rest while maintaining high ground. So far, this is very, very good positioning for them.
2 cars as well, but they're just laying him down so they can either just bail out of this one should they need to, or just use them for cover. They can dive up behind, still got that bridge, which is fair play to them. All of C9 is still alive as well. We saw the early engagement before with the team that they managed to take down. But if C9 is still...
another challenger.
I don't believe it. They're still locking down this building. Another challenger does indeed approach. Here comes the initial tag. You hear the pan come in, but he will go down.
Shot.
The pan will only save you once, my friend. You don't get a second time. 2 players will fall. Make that 3. He's going to be a death as well, so they lose 1. Solid F takes a bullet just in return. But I tell you what, they've caused all sorts of problems for this roster over here. 1 falls down. 2 of them are also down, I believe. In fact, no, 1 of them just died. This is problematic.
Chappie's chomping at the bit. He wants to just go and get those kills done. You can tell it. Now, I love the way they're playing. You can see how good they are at this sort of position. They clearly have the line of sight worked out. They have exact approaches, and they know how they want to play. And you're seeing that kind of individual ability coming through as well. So that's pretty impressive for them. Tobias now is on the medic mission. Lay down the wall of smoke. Pray he can get there, but this is the killing squad now. Cloud9 turning it into the killing fields. There's no escape for these guys, really. They've got to run away and hope that no one else is there. Maybe find a new way into the circle, because that approach is locked off. And I'm pretty sure this squad can hear all these shots going on. That's not too far away. Again, just holding on for dear life, try and find a bit of cover, but it looks like Nick has maybe spotted one of these guys out. Yeah, he has. Full vision as well. This is suppressed. That's nice control. Oshi7 completely unawares, doesn't know where those shots are coming from. And now I wonder if Nick can back away again. It's just smart enough. He's only got 1 teammate left here. Again, peeks back in, spots out another. Good vision. Not overexposing himself either. Good control.
He's got to be careful, though, because he's awoken the bear. They're giving away position. In fact, I'm about to say about Sakisha. Sakisha's gone down. Now, he was going to be the issue because he had the Kar 98 with the 8 times on. Oshi7, he's dead, unfortunately. Sakisha's down as well. C9 have turned a pinhead, and all of a sudden it's 6 players looking at this roster. They're in all kinds of trouble. That's going to be... What a cracking shot. Leans it as well. She goes down also. Serenity, unfortunately, will slowly be tapped away with the SKS. She now will fall, and Julia... Well, she's left all standing. There's nothing else she can do. Sakisha's just going to be left to bleed out there.
Level 1 helmet, level 1 vest, a little undergeared for these sort of battles, needs to back away, just find a bit of cover for a bit. And we're going to see more fights coming in. This is Gassy Mexican squad here with Curvy Llama, eyes down towards those banana houses, still towards that south side coast. So again, they might be spotting out the Cloud9 guys. They've got good scopes, good range, and suppressed weaponry. This could be interesting. Mythrain has managed to find that AMPR player. It was TSM's player who was very much on the run, trying to get away from them, but they hunted him down, not going to let him escape. And at the moment, TSM are in safety. Couple of baited shots out there basically for TSM. They're just trying to keep people aware of their position, scared to challenge.
if anything as well, doing this noise allows his teammates below him to try and move around and kind of cover the footsteps if they are trying to make something happen. It's kind of the same principle when you're using the smoke grenade. You can get a bit of a shot
he spotted them out. This is probably the Noble side, unless there's someone else moving in. And no, it will be Noble. That is some beautiful shooting from Yoonroot. These guys are so crisp on these shots. 8 times comes out, tapping away with that M16, trying to find some more connections. And Noble are just on the run. They don't want this fight. They want to find any other fight possible. They finally got a bit of cover. They can look up the hill and wait to see who's about to just crush down that hill towards them.
And this time, they are on the opposite end of what they've been dishing in this match. They are on the opposite end. They are downhill. They've got to look uphill as people just come flooding down. 4 intro. They smell blood. They want these final kills. They've already down 1. They're not going to try and let this guy hiding behind the rock revive them. Noble still trying to get away. Tap, tap, tap. Knocks out.
Christ, that was a
What a
big
belting
spray.
shot. Evermore falls. Cracking spray control there. So now we'll at least see them answer back. They have lost one, unfortunately, Pansy.
The big point is that the other team has the circle. They have the circle in their favor, so they have to move down this hill. And now you've got Anger, Lex, Adren all going to crest over as well. At the moment, Noble, sure, they're under pressure, but they at least have the positioning that will favor them. They can hold this line. There's no safety for these guys moving in. Dingus Khan just in a car, just going to plow through. Boom's gone down. Daz is still up, and they're going to have to watch this like a hawk. And there's a horrible feeling. Your heart starts beating when you're hearing these shots in front of you, and you know you have to run this way. They've got to go straight over, so there'll still be eyes towards this. There's at least 2 teams in front, and they're going to change direction, head more southwest, try and play to another side, try and find some more cover on the way down. Oh, the spray! Mid-3, going to have to try and make this one count, but there's fire coming from everywhere. This is going to be a very messy fight.
Does knock out 2, though. I'm just trying to look at that kill feed at the moment. Everything's popping off. We're down to 45. Several people kind of going off here in the middle.
This is
Adren's
4
going to try
squads.
and get Lex up, but unfortunately it's not enough. Flom does come in, though. He will fall. WTCN doing the drilling with that UMP there. As he looks across to all his teammates, Pansy, they're all just dying around him. He needs to make something happen because they could potentially just walk in and wipe him out. Dingus Khan now is the last alive for his team. 4 intro. They've only got 1 man.
Shots coming in, though.
Oh, that hurt. That's going to hurt him again. 1 hit P. See you later. He's gone. Noble then.
They recover.
They didn't have the advantage. They did not have the height. 4 intro came pushing down upon them. They accepted the challenge. They only lose 1. They still stay alive.
And it's mostly because they had the circle. That was the big point here. They were actually playing the edge of it, so they had the safety. Everyone else is moving down towards them. They get set up on the cover, but they lost out on so many players, but they got them back up. Now let's look at Break here. He is playing this one like an absolute ninja. Look at him. Where's that full spray down? Break, show me what you're made of. But Panda's just off to the right. Oh, this could be a disaster. Break is down. Panda having 2 players splitting off towards him. 117 there, getting the drop. A disappointing end for him, I can imagine. But Panda now have a bit of freedom to work with.
Yep. 2 people fall on Panda, but they've still got plenty of time to revive them. Ops for the looting phase. We'll see JP2 in fact have just fallen. Actually, we've got a bit of an action going down on here as we look across to Luminosity. I believe
LG needs to stay alive here.
Yeah, they do, because this is them at the top of the board. This is their scoreline. They're into the top 30. Ollie does get knocked out, and that's going to be outside the play zones. Unless his teammate's there to help him out, that could be a dangerous one. LG has split up. We got Smack and Vis in the opposing building. They've got the height advantage, and they need to go to them. Look at where they are, perpendicular to the circle.
This is the thing. Luminosity have to get past them or try and evade them in some way, shape, or form, as TSM essentially have the only piece of cover left into that next circle coming up. Luminosity need a top 10 finish to keep themselves very well in that running. If they do that, then they're game on. This could be a big fight. Ninja, are you fancying this? This is a big play from him. If he wants to go in there, you better be just... You've got to be a god tier player to get away with this one, Ninja. He's decently geared, level 3 helmet, level 2 vest. Decent AK as well, full auto ready. He's trying to spot these guys out. I'm wondering if he can get through the window with a bit of a crouch jump. Smack and Vis playing this very naughtily. I think there's a helmet missing on Vis there, quite possibly as well, which could be an issue down the line. But Luminosity are going to take this building by storm or by force because they need to.
Absolutely. They need to get by
They
them.
are actually in the
TSM are kind
circle,
of
though.
blocking it down, but the problem is it's that uphill behind this building in particular. As soon as they go up, you've got the balcony, what TSM are based on. It's going to be an absolute firing line. Meanwhile, on the opposing side, Hayes knocks out Panda. We just saw Ollie go down in the kill feed a little bit earlier on. 28 players remaining. Borg, tap, tap, tap away. He doesn't quite fall yet, but he is going to do so much damage. We'll lay down and look at all these players. There's blood all over the place. Borg has fallen. Sweater's already tanked up. And at the moment, Panda, they're outside the play zone. They're gone. 1-2 players dead.
all those shots coming out from Cloud9 did enough damage to them to make them knock out of the play zone. So that's good enough from them. Liquid, I think, is still alive in the similar area down towards the northwest, north side. So that could be the next fight coming out for Cloud9. For now, though, they just want to get back into business. Luminosity are going to start making some noise, but TSM are just going to hold the balcony.
Do you know what's most scary? They are in the TSM literally have control of the only building inside the circle. So Luminosity need to take these guys out if they want to control this building and look uphill. Idaculus knocks out Dahaji back with a can anti as well. Down goes one. They will attempt to get them back up. But this is going to get messy really quickly because at the top of the crack of this hill here, you can look up from the balcony where TSM are. They'll be able to see people just flooding down upon them.
Yep. Now this is big though. Good positioning from Andy and Forzen. They've got to be careful of Noble's push now. Hopefully they haven't just moved from that area, so in the back of the mines they feel that they're completely safe. But Boom as well. Great positioning from Boom, but a brilliant adjustment from Andy. Turns around, gets him down. Boom had the drop on all three of them as the other part of his squad were moving in from the other side. Now the rest of Noble are going to have to try and pick up the pieces, but it might be a little bit too late here. They might have just to leave him to die as there's only really one man up, and that's Idaculus. I don't think he can really get to his teammates, but again, Sweater watching the cross so well, and that is Liquid trying to make their way in, but they get caught in the crossfire. Again, Cloud9 punishing the rotate so well, hyper aware of how to play this one out, and now we're down to the top 20.
Chappie just smashing bodies all over the place. You can see the kill feed annihilating now. Cloud9 have turned up and they are here to play. One more player is going to be Musil, dies outside the play zone. Meanwhile, we just see Cake tap, 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 trying to get some blood here, but unfortunately, it's going to be one player who comes in, takes him down as well. Chappie now has fallen, so that's going to be the end of his run possibly. We're into the top 16. Andy Pyro once again doing the dirty on Noble. That could potentially be the last player for them down. And now we see him moving forward, but it's still TSM. They're in the driving seat in this building. They can just keep surviving. But Luminosity are bearing down upon them. They're right behind. Another player gets tanked up here. We see Mumino to his left-hand side. He's going to try and get into cover. He can't go around the back of this tree. He can't even needs to get away, but there's no real cover. If somebody comes from his right-hand side, he is going to get annihilated, but he's got Cake there for the defense.
Right, down to 15.
Ninja got him. Ninja got him.
Did manage to nade out Smack. Vis is still alive, and they can't actually kill him flat out unless they get another nade up there. And that's going to be the last thing. If anything, you could see TSM just doing the dirty and making it almost impossible for Luminosity, but here comes the push. That is big from Ninja. Oh, no! It goes terribly wrong for him. He goes down. This could be a huge problem. He went on his own. The rest of his team aren't there. Smack's going to die no matter what, but still... Oh my word, that could be such a loss, but the rest of Luminosity can still do this. Ninja was a hard carry in the last game, but the rest of his team now needs to step up to the plate. They're in a good position still. This could just be their downfall. Does he play to get himself into a good spot or deny them a better position?
Which team's got the bigger cojones though? Because this could get really dangerous. They all have to move forward. They all have to go up to that circle. This is going to come down to really who can hold their nerve, who can stand their ground, because he's got a level 3 helmet, he's got a shotgun. If he gets up close and personal, it's going to go bye-bye LG, so they need to play this very, very calculated. And look at that circle. It's going to drive them all up to the top of the hill. Drassel knocked out Forzen, so that's at least going to help them in the long run. There's going to be 2 go down. Andy Pyro still alive and taking names. 2 of his players have fallen. He's going to be the last player. Unless I don't think we're not in a position to get them up, so he will be the last person. JP2's gone down. Chipsy's gone down as well. Drassel, last man standing here. He needs to be so careful.
Oh, but there's players everywhere. They're getting tagged up, though. He doesn't want these fights. He doesn't want to get involved. Kate does take down JP finally, and you're going to see Drassel holding on for dear life. He needs to get into this circle. He needs to get in. Oh, he does go down in the end.
I'm here with Onuctive and Mumino from Tier 3 Gaming. Congratulations on winning the second time. And actually, Mumino, it's your second win here throughout the whole week. No, I lied. I talked to you otherwise. Never mind. My mistake. I'm sorry. But you did win this one, and you actually got second place last map as well. That means you and LG are very, very close at the top. Does that make you nervous at all, thinking that just because you're so tight with them, that if you make one mistake, if they get just one leg in front of you, that it's all going to collapse?
No, we are very confident. We don't really nervous. We have very talented captain. We believe in him. He told us what to do, and we do, and we win. There is no nervous at all for us.
Not nervous at all?
Not nervous at all. Not nervous at all.
All right. How do you expect this next game to come? Game number 3. Did game number 1 and 2 play around the same amount? Do you expect 3 to be too much different, or are you just going to stick in, play your own game that you've played these first 2, and just take home the gold?
I think that we will play our third game like we played before, and hopefully the circle will not be on Sosnovka because it will completely ruin our plans.
Okay.
But I think in his mind he has strategy for Sosnovka Island too. So we don't really care what's gonna happen. We're just gonna play our game and win.
All right.
Really confident.
Were you expecting squads to be your most successful format?
Yes, we was practicing squads the most time. So squads we the best than those.
What will you do if you do actually end up taking home the gold today? Do you have any plans?
I don't know. I will say thanks to everybody. Will pay for a restaurant. Or I don't know. It's impossible to predict what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something really strange.
I want to say thanks to my organization, my friends, my team Avantgarde. Very, very big thanks. It's my team who believe me and give me a chance to visit the Cologne.
Well, all right. I do apologize. I do feel like I may have brought your minds a little too far ahead because you do still have to win the third game or at least place well enough to take home the gold. So you're not done just yet. I'm going to let you guys go and prepare for that because we're going to go to one more final break before the final games here at Gamescom on Squad's third person.
What they are fighting for right now, first gets 80 grand. Second, 60, third, 30, and fourth, 10. Split between the players, of course. However, that's what's on the line here. Every single shot counts, every kill counts, every step in the right direction will make it seem more and more possible.
Just really quickly, I want to give you guys some names to watch out for. JP2, Ninja, Chipsy, Drassel, that's Luminosity Gaming. And the opposing side of Tier 3 game, we've got Anuk, Alfplace, Cake, and Mumino. Look for any of those two teams to be dropping early, because if they drop down early...
This is scary. It's the first time we've really seen Cloud9 play this in this sort of environment. They've done it a lot in duos. They did it a lot yesterday in the games before. I don't know if we've seen it in squads yet. I might have missed one of the games. And this is one of the availabilities you could actually get over towards Novo. You could have maybe also made it a little bit towards Amelia Island. Certainly possible. And that circle is great for the Novo players. Not so great for Yaz Nix. They have to move back down south, which is going to be the Luminosity guys, but they seem good at that kind of traversing the terrain. They're able to get through there. Devello needs to be a little bit careful because he might be able to be spotted here. Lucy May is going to fall off this. They could just go say, all right, screw this, get the car, which is the high likely spawn there, which Huxterman's got, and just head on over. Get out towards Millie base. There's no need to stay here. You're already seeing players close by. Screw this, let's go Millie and just play off the back of that.
Duke, get in the Dacia, guys. We are getting the hell out of here because Panda, they are down there and they are getting geared. We've already seen a couple of Car 98s come into swing. I also saw a UMP as well. So if they do approach them, they will be getting nailed. So they're going to get the teammates and they're going to get the hell out of here. They have an option to move down to military base should they feel the need. Tavello's just trying to get some information. He's pushing up just to see exactly where they've gone. But look at the circle. Military's not in, but still, Sosnovka Island is. So it's still an option to go over there now. If they drive super fast, they will be able to loot it out. But look at that circle, Pansy. It's all the way to the east. So we're going to be looking at some kind of Milter power finish, potentially mid-coastline, those rocks, that area where people just tend to duck down.
The main thing is that the more the circle's in towards the water side, it's not really playable in this predicament because it's a lot of, it's not really accessible coastline down there. But the fact is there's less ground to be on. So the more that's in the water, the more interesting this gets. So these rocks specifically around this area, the northwestern side of it, are incredibly OP. They're very strong. Now it looks like we might have TSM going past Luminosity if they're still in Yasnaya.
Yep.
I feel as though if you're TSM, you take it quite cautiously, you head around the long way. Not far off, actually, is this team as well. They're both going to do the northern...
Spotted them.
Yeah, they have. They both could do the northern swing here. Do you take the fight? Do you not? AMPR better not crash that bike. You know you'd be in a little bit of a pickle.
I think he's getting shot by Luminosity with the sounds of it.
Sure, might be. He's going to be just diving through. Yeah, AK going off. Yep. A couple of other cars down there as well. There's so many players coming in towards Yasnaya now. This could be a bit scary for both sides. You want to be cautious, but you also can't be too cautious. There's that balance to be struck. They need to be right on the money with it.
See how this one unfolds and where everyone's going. This is kind of the time where everyone starts to plow into the hill. Nobody dead yet, which is impressive. We usually see a death by now, but no one dead, and we're already moving into the first circle. We've still got this part, though. OG7 and his squadron. They're moving up TSM. They know exactly where they are. They're going to take some crack off. You know what? Let's dive on into a listen. Just kind of get some confirmation now and some comms from OG7 and his team.
Yeah, they're going to get out. They're going to get out. All right, we may as well just keep moving then, if we can't engage. That was a bike, for fuck's sake. That was a guy.
Oh, Serenity is my MVP. Just, there's a guy, it's a goddamn bike. But it does seem as though that, she's giving a little bit of direction there as well. OG7 being on the driving, you got Sequisha in the back with Julia, so these guys are going to keep moving, and I don't blame them. You don't want to be taking fight. Look at this, the TSM squad are just heading right down south. Luminosity still alive, and they're now going to try and get themselves situated. Because there's so much of the circle in the water, it's now, this is big. This is going to be a great battle. I'm so excited for this area. We haven't really seen those Milter, the Povka fights.
Nobody dead.
Now, it's almost like there's thousands on the line. Almost. But yeah.
Is anyone still out? Liquid, still in George.
The problem is with Liquid that they're hoping that other people die fast, and they're not. They are really not dying quickly.
You said it was a dangerous game to play this round, didn't you?
It is. Now, Panda at least got themselves a way up here. You've got another team on the right doing the same thing. Tavello might have spotted it. He's got eyes towards the right direction. One shot girl moving in towards a compound here. I wonder if there's anyone up top. She could be in a bit of a predicament if that's the case. Full auto on, but they're kind of bunching up on the stairs, which is a really bad way of doing it. Almost got to go up on your own. I know it's not great to trade on, but still, kind of have to be smart about that. Tavello now working his way back around with the squad. He was keeping tabs on the shoreline in case anyone else was there. Got himself a nice Car 98. Didn't see what scope that was. It was a bit quick for me. I am old. My eyes are also old.
Looking like an ACOG, if I'm not mistaken. Just looking at it from the side on.
Doot.
It will be something. It's something. It's got something. It's better than nothing. Pretty sure it's an ACOG.
Let me see. Just want him to spin the damn camera. 8 times. I'm not sure what that is, because it looked like a 4 times 8 times, so you actually might have something really decent, but Cloud9, I've got them to say, yeah, it's a 4 times. So it does seem as though Cloud9, again, still in the same position, TSM in the same thing. Luminosity moving in from the north, then they're in a pretty safe spot here, actually, but no one's died yet, so Luminosity, this is big.
Oh dear, we need to
He's
go back to that
put out
POV.
4 players, it was just...
Yeah.
Them all worming around, and he's going to get full vision on that. Flom's still in this long-range battle. There's not much to be said about this. This will just continue back and forth. Might land some big shots, might not. I don't see anyone moving in towards them. Again, he's just staring at his own logo on the other wall.
Just be prepared, guys, for this game to go from 0 to 100 really, really quickly.
We won't even be able to see half of what happens because of that.
Keep your eyes on that kill feed. Me and Lauren will try and guide you through as much turmoil and damage as possible.
But look at this central area here. It's going to be crazy. Now, Luminosity actually could get pinned here between 2 groups. They've got to be a little careful on this one. This circle is going to force all these northeastern teams to have to go south now. This means that everyone's going to go past each other. So, in these awkward fights, you've got 2 teams on the coast here. Well, at least 1 now. That could mean that Liquid are going to get shot in the back, in the heels. One shot girl still healing. They're removing all the vehicles. This is going to be an open field. This is going to be an open battle here.
Stat will take out the wheels. 1's gone. They're not going to be able to do too much. You'll keep firing on. Remember, 30 bullets from any 7.62 will blow that vehicle up. You can see on Stats. Stats been hit himself, though. He has no health, maybe 1 or 2 HP. Oh, bang. I believe I just saw Obang go down. Vixter does get taken out himself. They've actually traded off there.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Obang knocks out Stody as well. Solid FPS. I didn't see who that was. He's going to knocked out by Mithrain, so C9 boys.
Zaquisha waits patiently with bated breath, hoping that somehow he can stay alive. He sees the opponents, but what can he do? There's 3 in front of him. Look at it, JP is trying to stay alive, trying to find respite.
Oh,
but again,
he's going to be arriving into a load of them, though. Unfortunately, we need to get eyes on that one to see what happens. J2, I think he's actually just, he's gone down and he get the kill. He's dead. That could be the end of it. C9, we're going to see Solid pick up 2 as well. I think that would hit. I didn't catch it in the kill feed, so LG may be out of the running.
And TSM have just taken down Cake. Those guys were in the second place position.
JP2's gone.
Okay, this could change the top 2 now. We need to keep eyes on who's left alive. So there's still TSM in this one just by a touch. You've still got a couple of the other teams who are within that top 5, top 6. Evermore still kicking in this one. He somehow made it through those trenches. He's still fighting. We've got Noble doing damage. Great connection towards Forzen there. This is Interroga coming back into the action. This is what I want to see from this man. 8 times up on that Scar, doing work. And now Shaka's team are falling like flies. You can see his teammates are the walking wounded. He's all alone now. He's got no one else to fight with him. He's in the blue. He's got to move soon. Drifter's down. Cross is still up. They might be able to get a revive, but there's enemies everywhere right now.
Lex, though, his teammates are picking up 2. You can see there, Anger and Adren, they're both grabbing 2. They're moving forward. Lex trying to keep on the back heels of that blue zone. He's going to push him all in. Flom will drop also. They're going to split to the left-hand side. Andy Pyro's there on the outskirts, so you need to be extremely careful. Solid FPS and Chappie kill Evermore. Evermore is down. He is gone. Andy Pyro will die outside the zone, so that's a little bit unfortunate him. Meanwhile, we'll see Interroga and Adaculus. They're going to be doing damage. Panda, all I'm seeing in the kill feeds, Panda. They're doing so much damage. 1, 2, 3 members of one team, they will fall. And then Flom, he also falls to Adaculus. Smack gets knocked out by Anger as well. Everything's just going insane. We're down to 32.
So the Mythic boys are now struggling. TSM doing work towards them. Panda guys doing work towards them. The pinches are coming through. The next circle is forcing everyone in. AMPR does find Moondie, so it's TSM still finding kills at this point. They could be one of the teams to really cause problems here. AMPR, Vis, they're still in this. They're in the rocks at the moment. They will need to move forward, but not by far. AMPR sees 1. He needs to get these fights going for himself. He knows that he's got a couple of seconds before he has to run, but 38 seconds is not a lot of time.
Look at that circle. It's going to force them all into the breach. They'll be going down any second. They're all outside. Chipsy's still alive. I didn't realize it. Chipsy's still getting kills in the kill feed.
No,
So
he just died out of the play zone.
So he's lasted all this time, so he's made it to top 30, but will that be enough? Oh my word, so Luminosity was still in it, but he's down now, unfortunately. Has he done enough? Sweater kills TSM. He goes down. Smack will be taken out with a headshot with an M16. All the Noble players are alive. Killer Kapowski, they're going to be coming in from the backside, though. They may see them. They may mow them down. Sweater takes out TSM as well. Edaculus within 2 kills. He will fall. Takes out Lex. Takes out Adren. And now this is coming downward 2 to 24. That's 8 kills within a few seconds now.
Top 30 is only 70 points. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but we can find out at the end. Right now, everyone is kicking off. Curvy Llamas desperately fighting against the blue, and everyone else, her teammates are falling around her, and she can't do anything. She goes down. She knows this one's over. Tavelo has found Yunru. We're down to the last 21, and this circle is tiny. It's going to force the fight. Those individuals who have that firepower are going to do every bit of damage that they can. Steve-O's still in this, but bleeding from the seams. Gassy Mexican goes down. Steve-O goes down. Daz does manage to find Killer Kapowski, but Vis has died out of the play zone. TSM are falling apart as well.
We'll take a look at this, see who's left, and look at this. C9, they're on the outskirts, but they are going to get pushed in very, very soon. Meanwhile, Shaka is going to get tanked up, lets one of his teammates die. He's the last person alive for his roster, so he could do some serious damage. Catches one in the fray right in front of him, and this is where the scramble comes. I believe it's Noble. I think Noble are all just trying to scramble upside the hill, but look at this grass. You've no idea where players are. It could be like a predator just lurking in the grass. This is where things get really, really dangerous. Only 14 players remain.
And now we wait, the calm before the storm. As soon as it starts, it won't stop. We might have the finish off the back of it. We still have a lot of these teams alive, still kicking. Lost aiming, in a good position with his teammate. Panda off to the side. And right now we're going to listen to Noble just for just a second. At the moment, Nox are just about to get into a fight. Oh, the trade comes in. Idaculus manages to get into the battle. It's Noble coming up with the goods so far. They are not going to go down here, but now Panda know exactly where they are.
They are making their way in, but look at this. 3 members of C9, they're still alive, and they're creeping up on the edge of this circle, but they've got to cross this road. They have to move across. There's no cover for them on this side. The circle will get them. But in doing so and staying here, it's making them keep alive. It's making them stay up the rankings. Every time they see a player drop in the kill feed, they know that their chances just get a little bit better, and it needs to, because they were down in the rankings. We didn't see them in the top 5, top 6 section. what will happen? All of a sudden, Lost Aim will take out Boom. Idaculus does take out Mayhop. Then Daz just comes in. He kills Lost Aiming with a headshot with the AKM. Chappie, looks like Chappie's actually gone down now. The Noble guys, Lauren, they're doing the work. Top 10 now in these last few seconds. That circle's going to push everybody in. Anybody on the top side of that circle's in a great position. I think that's where the C9 guys may be.
Yeah, and now you can see Daz working the edge of the circle, trying to find his way up. Cloud9's clearly already in an engagement here. Lost Aiming does manage to finally kill Interrogate. He might have just bled out. Now Moo's watching this one, trying to find that next angle. You can see them all claiming their side of the circle. Cloud9 now becoming a center point of this. All the focus goes towards them, and it's Noble catching out Panda. They're doing everything they can to make this one count. Panda have 2 players on the ground, bleeding. Moo's the only one who can do anything to save them, but Daz is having none of it. He wants to get it all done. Liquid finally lose Scoom. He's been alive the whole time.
Wow, after all that, he's just been staying alive and ranking up points.
Oh my God.
6. And Panda's going to go for the revive here. But
That's
you know what?
230 points.
Noble is doing so much damage. They have been laying down the law here in this final round. Idaculus will finally take out Obang.
It's Cloud9 against Noble. Surely this is the last 2 groups here. We've got to see who's left alive. Oh my God, no! In the back, it's Moo still there, and he's going to get a revive as well.
No way!
This is big.
Oh
Noble
my
still
word.
have 2 players alive.
It's a 2-on-2.
This is it. Noble, Daz, and I'm pretty sure it's Idaculus. Yes, up against the Panda guys on the other side. This circle, they have 1 tree on the Panda side, 2 for Noble. They can split their attention. Who's the aggressor? Who's scared? Who's terrified? Because you've got to make the move and make it fast. Limited ammo on Idaculus as well. Down to about 17 in the clip. And the move comes in. Moo's going to make the move. Baits out the shot, but he doesn't land it cleanly. Idaculus backs away. Oh, the Panda guys go down. It's back and forth. But in the end, if I'm not mistaken, it is Noble to pick up the win.
Noble coming clutch, game number 3, and they stick their name on top of the board. We've seen some amazing stuff from these guys so far, but finally coming clutch when it needed most, and they will get a win. But in the long term of things, in the longevity of this competition, will it be enough? We didn't see them in that top 6 area, but this is, I do not know who's won this.
No, me neither.
This
so
is insane.
That 6th placement from the Liquid guys, I think it was Scoom still alive, is 230 points.
He snuck in there.
Yeah, so that's either 230 for 6th, or if it was 7th, 180. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. This is going to be one of those games that's completely now up in the air. It could be either way. It'll probably take a second or 2 to work this out. The admins are going to be going over things. And oh my word, what an incredible final game though.
Here we go then.
Time. Here we go. Let's see who's done it.
The confirmed leaderboard. Let's throw her up and see who will be crowned your grand champion of the Player Unknown Invitational. Luminosity take 1st place. 2nd place coming in, we said earlier on, goes to Tier 3 Gaming. Noble clutch it up. They get into the money. 30 grand. What an incredible game for them. And then, as you mentioned, Liquid at the end, staying alive, Lauren. It's put them in the money bracket.
Scoom, you're an MVP. TSM will have just slipped away slightly because of that difference. That little bit of work from Liquid. It was like, all right, Break, we like what you did. We're going to do it better. And when it matters even more. So there it is. That is your top 4 here for squads. Luminosity just fought with absolute sheer grit and determination throughout that one. The final game was very close though.
And there's not a great deal more that me and Pansy can do. Obviously, the game has spoke for itself. This is all said and done now. And finally, everyone's making their way to the stage. Here we go.
Glad to see Noble up there as well. A team who's been fighting, real grit, real determination to how they approached it. That final match from them was brilliant. They were down to that last 3, that kind of like 1v1. So well done to those guys.
They deserve this. To be up there, you've seen them throughout the course of the last 4 days. They've been fighting tooth and nail, and they've not managed to make it to the money bracket yet, but this time they do. This time they will walk away with some cash. They'll be coming in 3rd place. You can see it on your screen there. They're going to be getting the bronze frying pans, and as we said yesterday, you don't want to be using them out of the game like you do in game, because it's cast iron and it will hurt.
I haven't actually felt how heavy they are, but I kind of want to give it a
I would put it this way: if I put that in my bag, or if you put it in your bag, we would get charged extra at customs.
Ooh, that's...
There is weight to it. It is real cast iron.
There it is.
You could probably work out with them, put 2 of them in, and just on a morning, quick 5
I wish
minutes.
someone saw you doing this motion.
No,
honestly,
I'm going to stop now. I am actually going to stop doing that, but there you have it then, guys.
Very good stuff.
3rd place, Noble gaining. Congratulations once again to them.
very, very nicely done. Love the play that they played throughout near the kind of ledge that runs through from that southern road in between Milta and Pachinki, and they kind of held the line, they held the guard. And it is actually player unknown with the pans in hand. I hope you're happy.
I bet he feels at home with them, doesn't he?
He's dual wielding as well.
He's going to swing one, go on, swing one on camera.
They'll be jumping out soon. There it is. There's second place team coming through there. We saw Cake and those guys starting to turn our heads. We saw him in solos, in duos, but now in squads, they've really delivered.
Tier 3 gaming. They take second place at the Battlegrounds Invitational live from Gamescom. Anok, Alf Place, Cake and Mumino working so hard, so much, a well-fought battle every single game that we saw them just staying. You know what? They were on the back line. They were on LG's back this entire series, because more than anything, it was these guys that were applying the pressure. You could see it. There was only a 1 kill difference, and to carry on playing like they did, if, I believe it was Chipsy at the end, if he hadn't have stayed so long alive,
that could have been different.
This could have been a gold frying pan, not a silver one.
If they fought in Yasnaya earlier as well. There's so many ifs, buts, and maybes, but for them, what a great way to close this out. Second place, of course, gets a big chunk of cash too. Not just about those frying pans, even though they do look damn good, I will give them that. But now we move on to first place, the team that suffered heartbreak initially, the team that went through the trials and tribulations as any other does, but right now, this is what they deserve. A great performance from Luminosity, a great performance from the man at the front there, Ninja. You know what? He has critics, he has people who doubt him. He's come up here and he's provided us with a great show.
JP2, Ninja, Chipsy, and Drassel. They are your Gamescom Player Unknown Battlegrounds Invitational 2017 Grand Champions. They walk away with a gold frying pan and $80,000. Well played, tooth and nail. They have fought hard every single time, but they are your victors. They claim victory. They walk away with the grand prize. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations, Luminosity. You guys have won first place. How does it feel?
Absolutely incredible. We came here doing what we thought we could do, and we did it. It feels amazing.
So that last game was absolutely, completely mental. You guys were neck and neck with Tier 3 Gaming after the first 2 games. It was all, everything was on the line. Figured, oh, who's going to last longer? But then when that third game came up, it got all chaotic. Were you able to track what was going on? Did you know how highly you were going to place just through the chaos of all of that?
No, we completely lost. We sent Chipsy on his own away for just better odds. And but no, everything happened so fast. All the positions was weird. The teams were just driving by us. So, we didn't have time to look at the kill feed, so we did not know if we won. We were just waiting.
Were you worried that just because of the outcome of all of that chaos that you were once again going to face heartbreak at the very final moments?
My heart dropped when Chipsy died and it said we got 12th, because I'm like, there's no way that they're not dead. They're alive right now. And we looked, once they showed the map up, we looked at everyone, and they were dead. We're like, I think we won it.
Was it difficult for you to stay alive so long to get that high of placement?
We got a really good landing in Yasnaya, so we pretty much made a call to just give me as many healing supplies as I could. So staying in the gas with all those healing supplies wasn't too hard. But it gets to a point where it's impossible to live, so.
Yeah. No, the blue is just it took him, made him so weak so fast at the end. And what actually sucked was that the circle itself was really small, but it was super hilly and a lot of trees, so there were a lot of teams that had cover, and that actually is why we got 12th and not maybe a 7th or an 8th. It was the smaller circle. There's been less teams alive in a bigger circle, let's say that.
Yeah, no, they were talking about the deaths the whole time when the game was happening. We didn't see a single death until about circle 2 or 3, which is, I've never seen it myself personally. I don't know about you guys. Now, I'm not going to keep you for much longer because I know you're probably going to want to go out and celebrate. Do you have any final words to say?
Shout out to Player Unknown Battlegrounds for running this, and ESL for running this as well, and Luminosity Gaming, and my wife.
I would like to thank, obviously, my teammates, and
my teammates too.
My teammates for being amazing, really amazing players, and Player Unknown for making the game, ESL for hosting. I just love everyone that was a part of this.
All right, and you two haven't talked a lot. Didn't get a chance to talk to either of you, but do you want to say something on the mic?
Oh, thank you, Bluehole, ESL, and PlayerUnknown. Thank you so much for this amazing tournament.
Shout out to PlayerUnknown, ESL, Bluehole, everyone making this event absolutely amazing. Shout out to the Drasselbots at home, and thank you everyone for watching.
All right, congratulations once again. Gold medal, third-person squads at Gamescom. Thank you, everyone, audience at home, for watching. Yeah, you guys can go. You guys can go outside. Thanks everyone for watching. We're gonna throw it back to Pansy and Sims one last time, but they can close up this entire show. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Alrighty, I think it's all been said and done, you know?
That's pretty much it.
I think we can leave it there. It has been a great experience. For one of the events to be, really put I guess a marker on the timeline now of PUBG going forward, I think it's been an absolute honor casting this. So thank you very much for joining me, of course. Sims there and myself, Pansy, we've had a great time. Hopefully you guys at home have enjoyed it as well. And who knows what is still to come for this game. There's still so much to be seen and done. But for now, that is it. We're going to get a beer. You guys at home, do the same thing. Honestly, crack one open, chill out, and have a nice cold one with the boys. We'll see you at the next one. Hopefully, that is. See. Oh, we're getting told there's more things coming up here. Hold on. Wait. Oh, PlayerUnknown is being very dramatic. No, I'm kidding. He actually wants to say something to you guys at home. So we're going to head back over to him, if I'm not mistaken, and he can take it away.
But we've learned a lot in this event, and I hope that by the way we develop the game and constantly improve it, we'll do the same with our events. We've learned so much these last 4 days, and I think you'll have seen an improvement over the 4 days as we found stuff that went wrong. I really want to thank the players and the team for working so professionally when we did have issues. They really, they got their heads down and got them sorted. No one complaining, no one whining. It was just, we were here for the good of a Battle Royale game. So again, thank you all so much for tuning in and being here and helping us run the first Battle Royale LAN so well. So thank you all again, and goodbye.
There you have it then, guys. PlayerUnknown said it himself, and Lauren said it earlier. It's been an absolute pleasure for casting for you guys at home, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be here and witness this all unfold. Thank you once again for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time.
Honestly, I like third person. First person, without a doubt.
Third person.
Both.
Yeah, first person.
Third person all the way.
First person. Easy.
First person.
Third.
First person.
Third person.
First person.
Third person. Both.
Definitely third person.
First person.
First person. Third person.
I think first person.
First person.
Definitely first person.
First person.
First person.
First person.
Third person.
First. No question.
The middle of nowhere south of Gatka, so people will leave me alone, and hopefully I don't end up scrambling to find a gun and everybody else has assault rifles and I've got a sickle.
My favorite place to land's got to be Pochinki.
If I'm playing solo and I just want kills, it's going to be school or military. If I'm playing more tactically, playing for the win, it's going to be something like Severny probably.
My favorite place to land is probably Pochinki.
Probably going to be somewhere in the outskirts.
Probably George. George is going to give you a lot of loot. However, it has bordered walls and it's very compartmentalized, so you can feel safe while looting.
Wherever I get map control.
Favorite place to land is probably going to be the military base or the school. I like those fast action places and just get right in there and fight everyone.
I'd say Georgopol. Georgopol's my favorite place to land.
My favorite place to land would be Primorsk or Novo.
Roshnok. Probably on the west coast. West coast is best coast. Make sure you go there. It's got all the best gear.
Far away from everybody so I can loot up and then go to the late game.
Military zone.
Right in the middle in Rosshok.
Georgopol on the shipping crates right there. I feel like it's one of the easier places to control, and it's a place I've practiced the most landing at.
Milita. My favorite place is Milta Power.
Mansion.
Pochinki.
Lipovka.
School.
Novo.
Favorite place to land is the military base. Milta Power.
That'd be Georgopol.
I really like landing in Pochinki.
School.
My favorite place to land is military.
JP, 100%. He just doesn't drive for us.
Probably Chipsy, because he drives a lot and he's probably worse than Ninja.
Solid FPS, yeah.
Sweater.
Either myself or Chappie.
I think Stat is definitely the guy that does the most flipping.
Drifter.
Drifter.
If I had a name named, probably Drifter.
Joey.
It was definitely hotted. Absolutely hotted.
Forsen. Probably me.
So if one of our teammates flipped the car and got us all killed, there's no question who it was. It was Muzel.
Muzel.
Mitrain.
Mid-train.
It's me.
Probably Moleman. He's the worst driver I've ever seen.
Definitely Moleman.
If the car gets flipped, it's definitely me who's driving.
It's either Reckham, Prick, or Natural. One of them two.
Roshi 7.
Me, probably.
If one of my teammates gonna flip the car, it will be Alf Place.
One of Thieves.
It was me.
Break. This.
Probably me.
Jared FPS.
Lucy May.
Jared.
I'm gonna ask a couple more questions of just about. I want to get into, I guess, what it's like being part of the Chinese scene. Are there a lot of players in China that play this game? Yes. All right. Good enough. That's my fault. Bad question. So your team in particular has turned a lot of heads. You and the rest of your team have had some really good moments, but you have yet to really claim a top spot on the scoreboard or even medal in this event. Is that disappointing for you, or were you kind of expecting to be in the middle of the scoreboard more or less during this weekend?
第一次来打这个比赛，然后，这个成绩还可以吧，但是作为比赛的话，我们还是想拿到更高的成绩。
So he thinks that that their rankings are right now fine with them, but since it's his first time, they came to here and to play this game and to overcome the high pings and everything is new. So, but they're expecting they'll have a better performance next round.
What you said high ping. Is high ping an issue playing back home?
所以在国内玩吃鸡的话，那个高延迟是不是很严重？
对，非常严重，因为我们国内就是没有服务器，然后就是用了国外的服务器，然后延迟确实是一个很大的影响，然后到这次比赛来也会不适应，就是要重新适应一个游戏环境吧。
So he's saying that we are using a foreign server to play the game, so we'll have a high ping and we need to have like the internet speed accelerators to play the game. So they need to get used to the ping here.
Thanks for watching the Battlegrounds Invitational 2017 tournament. That's it for the squad games. If you would like to watch the duo games, then click this video at the top left. If you would like to watch some of our other videos, then you can click on the video at the top right. Also, you can please help us out by subscribing, and you can also check out some of our other YouTube channels.